Mario All-Stars, Ninja Gaiden Trilogy, Atari 50, or the Castlevania collections. As gamers, we are no strangers to the compilation game. It's a quick and convenient way to bundle an entire franchise into one package and resell it to us. And as much as I hate to say it, I'm not above this type of slick marketing, as many of these compilations have had me scrambling for my credit card time and time again. Especially those with rare games, expensive sequels, or treasures that never made it stateside. And today's game runs the gamut, featuring a collection of incredibly wacky Konami shoot-em-ups that truly own my heart. I'm of course talking about the Parodius Portable Collection for the PSP. Covering the series head to toe, Parodius Portable delivers exactly what you'd expect. A cavalcade of explosive, eye-popping absurdity spread across 5 wildly entertaining games. Whether you're dodging murderous popcorn shots from a giant corn cob, braving deadly belly dancers, navigating the slippery slopes of a chaotic bathhouse, or going strap for strap against a big boob twin bee, Parodius Portable truly shows off what makes this series so fun and memorable all these years later. But beneath the pastiche, each title stands as a brilliant showcase of the developer's boundless creativity, with every level brimming with unpredictable, yet inventive moments just waiting to sweep you off your feet. Some of my personal highlights include the Tokimeki Memorial spoof, where you blast your way through a high school and square off against your 50-foot classmates. Then there's this thrilling speed-based section in Gokujo Parodius, where you have to dodge enemies while the stage shifts in speed and incline. How about braving your way through Dracula's rat-infested castle? And let's not forget the brilliant 1-2 punch of flying through a light gun game while dodging crosshairs, only to find yourself cleaning up the neighborhood in this clever send-up to the Taisen Puzzle Dama series. It really goes to show that these games are at their best when they're living up to their namesake and parodying some of Konami's greatest hits. As is expected, the vibrant and charismatic graphical spray paint that embellishes these whimsical happenings is endlessly charming, as levels maintain a bright and jolly exuberance that never fails to put me in a good mood with gag after gag. Although the graphical sheen sometimes comes at the cost of bullets getting lost in the shuffle and catching you off guard at the worst times. That said, with the game's pick-up-and-play nature, you'll be back to downing baddies in no time. With gameplay in mind, the series stays true to its Gradius roots, with tight movement, swift and focused shooting, and a handful of wacky power-ups that come in 2 forms. Energy capsules that gradually cycle your power meter, which boost your speed, firepower, bombs, and more, and color-changing bells straight out of Twinbee that provide useful tools like screen-clearing explosives, massive shockwaves, or grant you Big Mode, which temporarily turns you into an invincible killing machine. Adding to the fun is a varied cast of Konami favorites, like Vic Viper, Taco, Pentaro, Twinbee, and many others, each with their own distinct playstyles that encourage experimentation upon replays and continues. One thing worth noting is that aside from the MSX port of Parodius, the rest of the games in this collection are based on the arcade versions. And as someone who primarily experienced the series on the Super Nintendo, I was surprised by the number of differences between the ports. For instance, several music tracks have been changed. Take the disco stage in GKO Parodius. In the SNES version, it features a remix of That's the Way I Like It by Casey and the Sunshine Band. However, in this collection, that track has been replaced with something more original. Similarly, the 3rd level boss in Gokujo Parodius no longer grooves to Mambo No. 5. Apparently these were changed due to copyright reasons. Back over on the Super Nintendo, Kid Dracula, Goemon, and Upa are exclusives to Gokujo Parodius, which is a real shame as having the extra characters in the arcade game would have been a nice inclusion. Plus, I'm always eager to play as Kid Dracula, and him being a tough to get unlockable in the portable collection is slightly disappointing, but at least he's still there. Aside from the characters, there are also a number of stages and bosses missing across the arcade versions. I was surprised to learn that the Octopus Bathhouse stage, my personal favorite from the SNES port of Parodius Da, is completely absent from its arcade counterpart. Meanwhile, the SNES version of GKO Parodius skips the Mecha Cat pirate ship boss entirely, but makes up for it with a tougher and more engaging version of the Puzzle Dama boss in its place. There's even an entirely new boss added near the end of the game, which helps set the SNES version apart in its own unique way. Whimsical shooting, lavish visuals, and a hefty serving of ridiculous, over-the-top absurdity, you just can't go wrong with this neat collection of Parodius games. I mean, they're almost endlessly replayable thanks to the constant stream of goofs and gags in every stage, so you're always bound to notice some new and hilarious detail with each revisit. And above all, they're just a blast to play. That said, I will admit I don't much care for the MSX game, as it really shows its age compared to the rest, but the other 4 titles are more than worthy of your time, with Gokujo Parodius and GKO Oshibere Parodius being my 2 favorites. If you plan to get your hands on this portable heap of fun, do be aware this game is a little on the pricey side, with the Greatest Hits re-release typically going for just over $100, while the original pressing can fetch upwards of $180 or more. That said, this is one of the rare cases where the cost feels justified, as trying to collect each game individually will run you a higher price, as Sexy Parodius alone is about $100 to $150 depending on which port you choose. So if you ask me, grabbing this bundle is a no-brainer. And with the upcoming Gradius collection, here's hoping Konami takes this game, adds the SNES ports, and gives us the Parodius Perfect collection for all to enjoy. Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this episode, consider checking out these other videos right here, or even subscribing. Also, if you'd like to throw me a couple of bucks, you can support the show on Patreon.